Welcome to our program. This is One News at 5. I'm Yanni MOUTSIOS. These are today's top stories. Greek Prime Minister says 2033 should be a milestone for the restart of the Western Balkans prospect in the European Union. Leaders of the 27 European states convene on a two-day meeting to discuss a war in Ukraine, energy security and Eastern Mediterranean. Europe's biggest economy is now officially running short of natural gas and is escalating a crisis plan to preserve supplies ahead of winter as Russia turns off the taps. The defendants for the deadly floods in Mandra in Western Attica in 2017 found guilty after a long trial were sentenced to 6 years imprisonment by the Court of Justice in Athens. A fistfight between two high-tempered rappers and their bouncers caused havoc at the highly acclaimed MOUTSIOS Music Awards event on Wednesday night. Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis is in Brussels today to attend the two-day European summit. Mitsotakis said that the opportunity for a restart of the European prospect of the Western Balkans lies ahead and that Greece will stand shoulder to shoulder with those countries that wish to bid for a European Union accession. Mitsotakis noted that he will make a proposal in the European Council to set a deadline by 2033 for the completion of this process. Europe's biggest economy is now officially running short of natural gas and is escalating a crisis plan to preserve supplies ahead of winter as Russia turns off the taps. Germany on Thursday activated the second phase of its three-stage gas emergency program, taking it one step closer to rationing supplies to industry, a step that would deliver a huge blow to the manufacturing heart of its economy. Economy Minister Robert Habeck told reporters at the press conference in Berlin that gas is from now on in short supply in Germany. Even if you don't feel it yet, we are in a gas crisis. Europe's energy crisis escalated this month as Russia further reduced supplies to Germany, Italy and other EU members of the European Union. Russia's state gas company Gazprom slashed flows through the Nord Stream 1 pipeline to Germany by 60% last week, blaming the move on the West's decision to withhold vital turbines because of sanctions. Italian energy giant Eni said that Gazprom was cutting its supplies by 15%. Russia has slashed the volume of gas flowing through the Nord Stream 1 Baltic Sea pipeline to Germany. 12 European Union countries have so far been affected by Russian gas supply cuts, the bloc's climate policy chief Frans Timmermans said on Thursday. Coming up next, French prosecutors are investigating rape allegations against a member of the government who used to work as a gynecologist. European Union leaders are expected to grant the candidate status to Ukraine and Moldova when they gather in Brussels for their summit on 23rd and 24th June, but also make clear that conditions set by the European Commission would have to be met before opening accession talks. The decision has no precedent as Ukraine has suffered a Russian invasion since 24 February and does not control its entire territory, represents a clear political backing for the war-torn country, which is expected to be matched by pledges of further economic and military support. The European Union, the 27 member states, however, will not decide on further sanctions against Russia for the time being. Moldova is also likely to get thumbs-up approval, but Georgia is expected to be left out and will have to put in some work before receiving EU candidate status. Likewise, no progress is expected on the long-stalled enlargement progress in the Western Balkans, where two official candidates, North Macedonia and Albania, are being held back by a Bulgarian veto on Skopje. Prime Minister Kirill Petkov said there was no chance Sofia would lift its veto on North Macedonia during this EU summit, but hinted a solution could be imminent in the coming days. Germany, however, fears a Russian influence on the Western Balkans is imminent. Germany especially fears Russia's disinformation campaigns in the region. Coming up next, National Immunization Committee has made strong recommendations for a second booster shot against COVID-19 for people of 30 years old and over. French prosecutors are investigating rape allegations against a member of the government who used to work as a gynecologist. Chrysula Zaharopoulou was named Secretary of State for Development in May and is now accused of performing gynecological exams on two women without their consent. The Paris prosecutor's office said that the first rape complaint was submitted on May 25th and the second on June 16th. Details of the claims are yet to be disclosed, but French media says Ms. Zaharopoulou, 46 years old, was accused of penetration without consent. Rape is defined in French law as any act of penetration by violence, threat, coercion or surprise. Newly appointed Disabilities Minister Damien Abad has also been accused of rape by two women. He denies the claims and has said he has no intention of resigning. Emmanuel Macron admits deep divisions in France as he scrambles to avoid political deadlock after election results. The latest claims are an unwelcome distraction for President Emmanuel Macron as he tries to deal with the blow of his party losing its parliamentary majority at the weekend. The defendants for the deadly floods in Mandra in Western Attica in 2017, found guilty after a long trial, were sentenced to 6 years imprisonment by the Court of Justice in Athens. The court ruled that the 8 defendants were responsible for the death of 25 people. 3 out of 8 defendants received a 5-year and 19-month sentence, whereas 4 others were sentenced to 5 years and 4 months imprisonment. Former mayor of Mandra received a 4 years and 22-month sentence. The court ruled that the sentences will be suspended till an appeal is tried in court. Coming up next, a fist fight between two high-tempered trappers and their bouncers caused havoc at the Mad Video Music Awards event on Wednesday night. The Ministry of Finance announced the extension for the tax statement submission until July 29th. Deputy Minister of Finance signed an extension for the submission of tax statement, both for businesses as well as employees, to allow taxpayers to fill in their statements. The first payment of the annual income tax is due on July 29th. National Immunization Committee has made strong recommendations for a second booster shot against COVID-19 for people of 30 years old and over. Those who wish to receive the booster shot will be able to log in and make a vaccination appointment. The Immunization Committee highly recommends to people over 60 years old to receive another booster shot. A fist fight between two high-tempered trappers and their bouncers caused havoc at the highly acclaimed Mad Video Music Awards event on Wednesday night. Trappers, Snick and Light, punched each other at the VIP arena while the show was still on. Many of the guests were pushed around and struck by the bouncers that tried to stop the fight. The fight took place in 2 rounds. At the beginning, things seemed to calm down. However, a few minutes later, one of the trappers returned and punched the other one with hell breaking loose. Famous Greek performer Elena Paparizou had only just received her award when the trappers started bouncing each other. She was immediately evacuated whilst the fight was still on. The Mad Video Music Awards production condemned the incident as well as any kind of violence. The 2 trappers, along with the bouncers, were later expelled from the venue by the security staff. A brand new state-of-the-art CCTV system will soon be installed on the Acropolis Rock to protect the ancient temple and the artifacts on a 24/7 basis. The closed-circuit TV system will transmit a real-time view of both the Acropolis Hill as well as the rest of the historical sites. The Central Archaeological Board approved the installation of a modern security system on the sacred rock of Acropolis, as well as on the rest of the ancient memorials. Closed-circuit TV cameras will be able to detect visitors who wish to walk away with little memorabilia. That's all from us for now. Next news bulletin in Greek at 6 o'clock. Thank you for watching.